This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
More than 100 vehicles were stopped for seatbelt or cell phone violations during emphasis patrols Monday afternoon in Moses Lake.
Wenatchee Wild fans geared up once more for a celebration rally at the Town Toyota Center to round out the team's 2017-2018 season.
It's been a 20-year process, but advocates for public lands say Nason Ridge is in a far safer place today.
Eastmont soccer continues to make school history as they compete in the state championship bracket for the first time as a 4A team.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
More than 100 vehicles were stopped for seatbelt or cell phone violations during emphasis patrols Monday afternoon in Moses Lake. Law enforcement from the Moses Lake Police Department, Grant County Sheriff's Office, and Soap Lake Police Department took part in the 3-hour border-to-border emphasis patrols. Grant County Sergeant Josh Sainsbury, dressed in plain clothes, stood along West Broadway Avenue, calling out violations for officers waiting a few blocks down. In total, officers made 119 traffic stops and issued 105 citations, including 50 seatbelt and child seat violations and 35 cell phone use violations. Those numbers didn't include the about 50 additional violations called out but missed because each of the 9 officers were already on a traffic stop. One stop for a passenger not wearing a seatbelt also led to the arrest of a felon wanted on a Department of Corrections warrant and for allegedly assaulting an officer last week. The Central Basin Traffic Safety Task Force dedicated Monday's patrols to Brandon Bush, who was killed in a rollover crash in March of 2017, but likely would have survived if he was wearing a seatbelt. Officers also had information on Brandon's story to hand out to drivers. The extra seatbelt patrols are funded through state and national grants and are part of the Washington Traffic Safety Commission Click It or Ticket campaign running through June 3rd. Washington has adopted Target Zero with a goal of reducing traffic fatalities and serious injuries on state roadways to 0 by the year 2030. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Wenatchee Wild fans geared up once more for a celebration rally at the Town Toyota Center to round out the team's 2017-2018 season. After taking 3rd in the regular season, winning 4 best-of-7 series for the Fred Page Cup, taking out the Spruce Grove Saints to win the Doyle Cup, and beating every team at the Royal Bank Tournament, the Wenatchee Wild have finally seen the end of their season.
It was, a lot of people thought it'd be a rebuilding year, that we had a regular season championship a year ago, and a lot of those players moved on. So I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a tough year, and you know, the kids just developed real quick. That the players that returned took the next step. Very good players. We finished 3rd overall in the regular season, and obviously we got her going in the playoffs.
Although the team lost in the semifinals to the Wellington Dukes, Littler said that wasn't going to define the season for the Wild.
It's sad that we weren't able to finish the last 2 games, but I told our players that loss up there would not define all the battles that went into winning our goal was to win the BCHL, which is the best junior league in Canada, and that was our primary goal, and I think our kids feel awful good about that.
Fans were invited to the Town Toyota Center to celebrate the record-setting season with their team, along with speakers such as the voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker, the coaching staff, team captain AJ Vanderbeck, and MVP Jasper Weatherby. There was a video message from the team owner, David White. Fans were also able to take photos with the trophies and have items autographed by teammates. It's a quick turnaround for the players and coaching staff as tryouts for the 2018-2019 team begin Friday, May 25th at the iFIBER rink. The team will report back in just a mere 90 days, and Littler says he's excited for opening night, where they will release 3 new banners in the arena. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 Sports.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
It's been a 20-year process, but advocates for public lands say Nason Ridge is in a far safer place today. The 3,700-acre slope above Lake Wenatchee is an object of beauty and a crucial part of the Wenatchee River watershed.
So Nason Creek is the highest quality salmon habitat in the entire Wenatchee River system in terms of the number of species and the quality of the spawning habitat and how many fish are in there.
That's one reason Kurt Soper and the Chelan Douglas Land Trust fought so long to move the ridge out of private ownership by timber companies. On Monday, the trust and its partner agency, the Western Rivers Conservancy, announced an agreement with Weyerhaeuser to buy the ridge for just that purpose.
Delighted to say now that Weyerhaeuser heard the local community. A petition was put together. They got 3,000 signatures, and they have been great to work with.
The transfer of the land will preserve the landscape from heavy logging, keep a well-used public trail system in place, and ease the fears of residents downhill who worried that deforestation might lead to landslides. Now, to seal the deal, the Land Trust and the Conservancy must raise $1 million in good faith money by the end of the year, and they need public help.
If you've ever been up there and enjoyed this property or been to Lake Wenatchee State Park, this is a chance for you to secure its future forever. And then from a financial standpoint, people can go to savenasonridge.org. There's an easy way to give online there, or to the Land Trust's website as well.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
Eastmont soccer continues to make school history as they compete in the state championship bracket for the first time as a 4A team.
Oh man, we've had a phenomenal season. Have a great group of student athletes. It's been nothing but good. We learned to lose and come back from a loss. We learned to win, performing well, and also sometimes just grinding it out. So it's been a well-rounded season for us, for me as a coach. So I'm very happy with how the season went.
The Wildcats haven't seen a state playoff game since their transition into a 4A school several years ago. That drought shattered, however, when Eastmont started conference play with an undefeated record, 7-0. They continued by going on to the district championships where they demolished Davis 5-0. Eastmont continues to ride that momentum, taking a 1-goal win over Walla Walla in the first round of playoffs and a quarterfinals win against Mount Vernon 2-0.
It's honestly a dream come true, to be honest. I've been playing for Eastmont for 4 years, and being here with these group of guys, it's amazing. It's a dream come true.
The Wildcats will take on Pasco for the semifinals game, which is to be held Friday, May 25th at Sparks Stadium in Puyallup. From there, the winner will play in the championship game Saturday, May 26th at 6 p.m. against the winner of the Skyline Sumner semifinals game. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.